Everything I tell you will be the truth, or, at least, the truth as I knew it to be at the time that I thought I knew it. Hold me to that. This is all in keeping with Knox's Commandments 8 and 9, for I am both Watson and detective in this book, where I play both writer and sleuth, and so am obligated to both light upon clues and not conceal my thoughts. In short, play fair. Actually, I'll prove it. If you're just here for the gory details, deaths in this book either happen or are reported to have happened in Chapter 1, Chapter 5, Chapter 8, there's a twofer in Chapter 10, and a hat trick in Chapter 11. Then there's a bit of a stretch, but it picks up again at the end of Chapter 21, Chapter 25-ish, Chapter 26 and 27. There's probably 2 in Chapter 29. It's hard to tell. And then 1 each in Chapter 30 and Chapter 40. The first death's in about 5 minutes. I promise that's the truth, unless you listen to your audiobooks at triple speed or something. There is only one plot hole you could drive a truck through. I tend to spoil things. There are no sex scenes. What else? My name would be useful, I suppose. I'm Ernest Cunningham. It's a bit old-fashioned, so people call me Ern or Ernie. I should have started with that, but I promise to be reliable, not competent. Considering what I've told you, it is tricky to know where to start. When I say everyone, let's draw the line for that statement at my branch of the family tree. Although my cousin Amy did bring a prohibited peanut butter sandwich to a corporate picnic once and her HR rep almost carked it, but I won't put her on the bingo card. Look, we're not a family of psychopaths. Some of us are good, others are bad, and some just unfortunate. Which one am I? I haven't figured that out yet. Of course, there's also the little matter of a serial killer known as the Black Tongue, who gets mixed up in all this, and $267,000 in cash, but we'll get to that. I know you're probably wondering something else right now. I did say everyone, and I promised no tricks. Have I killed someone? Yes, I have. Who was it? Let's get started. My brother. Chapter 1. A single beam of light rotating through the curtains told me my brother had just pulled into my driveway. When I walked outside, the first thing I noticed was that Michael's left headlight was out. The second was the blood. The moon had gone, the sun yet to rise, but even in the dark I knew exactly what the dark spots were, flecked on the shattered headlight and smeared alongside a hefty dent in the wheel arch. I'm not normally a night owl, but Michael had called me half an hour before. It was one of those phone calls that, as you blearily read the time, you know it's not to tell you about winning the lottery. I have a few friends who occasionally call me from their Uber home with a roaring tale of a good night out. Michael is not one of them. That's a lie, actually. I wouldn't be friends with people who called after midnight. I need to see you, now. He was breathing heavily. No call ID, from a payphone, or a bar. I spent the next half hour shivering, even in a heavy jacket, wiping circles in the condensation on my front window to better see his approach. I'd given up on sentry duty and retired to the couch when his headlight flicked the back of my eyelids red. I heard a growl as he brought the car to a stop, then killed the engine, but not the electrics. I opened my eyes, savored the ceiling for a moment, as if I knew that once I stood up my life would change, and went outside. Michael was sitting in the car, head on the wheel. I cut the lonely spotlight in half as I walked in front of the bonnet to knock on the driver's window. Michael got out of the car. His face was ash grey. "You're lucky," I said, nodding to his busted headlight. "Ruse'll mess you up." "I hit someone." "Uh-huh." I was half asleep, so only barely registered he'd said someone and not something. I didn't know what people said in these situations, so I thought agreeing with him was probably a good idea. "A guy. I hit him. He's in the back." I was awake now. In the back? "What the hell do you mean in the back?" I said. "He's dead." "Is he in the back seat or the boot?" "Why does it matter?" "Have you been drinking?" "Not much." He hesitated. "Maybe. A bit." "Back seat?" I took a step and reached out for the door, but Michael put an arm out. I stopped moving, said, "We need to take him to the hospital. He's dead."